Hello everybody, welcome back. Today's video, I want to show you 5 dinner ideas for your family. Hey y'all, this is day 1 dinner. We gotta get dinner going for these kiddos, y'all. I forgot to thaw out chicken. So I'm using the Real Good chicken. I've already opened this and there's a pretty good amount of this left. So I'm gonna be using this Real Good chicken along with mixed veg. I just bit my tongue. Edamame, full of protein and fiber. We're going to be doing some chow mein. I found these the other day and I'm so excited for it. Let's get it going. I've shared with you guys on Instagram and Facebook how Dusty, the boys, and I are all trying to get more active because we have some plans next summer to go on some monstrous hikes. So we need to build up our strength, our endurance. We've been trying to eat a bit more healthier and we have been trying to stay active throughout the day. Which is why I'm so excited that Get Healthy UTV is sponsoring today's video. Get Healthy UTV is your online resource for workouts, health tips, and fitness inspiration. They have numerous workouts for you to choose from, and they have something for everybody, such as cardio strength. They do the kettlebell. They have HIIT exercises, dance exercises, meditation. There are so many different exercises for everyone. They even have chair exercises, which I think is fantastic because if you are limited mobility, there are still exercises that you can do with Get Healthy UTV. Personally, for me and the kids, we have been focusing mainly on the fun stuff because I want to keep them interested in it. They're kids, you know, they can lose interest quick. So we've been doing the dance. I have been doing the meditation, which has helped my mood so much. And all the endorphins from doing these exercises daily really helps the kids' mood, specifically the teenagers. It's just making them happier. And I love it. Get Healthy UTV even offers kickboxing. I want to do it. That is in my future plans. I really want to start kickboxing because that looks so fun. For my first 1,000 subscribers, to click the link in the description box below. Get Healthy UTV is offering a full year premium membership for only $1.49. That is the craziest deal I have seen all year. You better hop on that, y'all. Hurry and click that link in that description box below. Okay, first things first, I got my wok here and I'm going to throw in some olive oil. On this side, I have a big kettle of water. It's already boiling, y'all. I wasn't impatient this time. Go me. So, according to the instructions on the chow mein stir-fry noodles, I'm supposed to throw these in boiling water, let them boil for 3 minutes, and then remove them immediately. Putting the timer on for 3 minutes. Let's go. Okay, into this wok, I threw all of that cooked chicken. If you're using raw chicken, go ahead and cook it first before you add in the edamame and the mixed veg. I just used half of the pack of mixed veg. So that's all I've done so far. Toss in some easy onion into this. So I put that packet of seasoning in here with 2 tablespoons of reduced sodium soy sauce, and I'm just going to mix it up. It calls for sugar, but instead of sugar, agave in the raw. So 2 tablespoons, so that's what I'm using of the agave. This smells really good. I'm going to toss in that sauce I made. Cook this in that sauce just for a few minutes. Tossed in my drained noodles. I'm going to call this done. And here's dinner. Looks good, smells great, but how does it taste? So you seen, I threw in the whole edamame. So the outside is very fibrous and it's kind of not great. So what you're gonna do, unless you want to eat it, you can eat it if you want. But most people do this. Just eat the inside. It takes forever to shell all of that edamame. So most people just cook it in this, in the little casing. And then just throw that away. Let's go, Ryder. Tell them if it's bad or good.
That is delicious.
For real?
It is really good.
Thank you, baby. So what we do with the edamame, we don't eat those wholes. I just cook it all together. And then these little seeds, the little beans, edamame beans, they pop right out. So we take the shells out. I think Ryder actually eats the shell, but me and Dusty and Brayden do not. For tonight's dinner, I decided to be a little bit lazy. It's not really lazy, but it's lazy for me, and I can do it today. Y'all seen I got these at the Dollar General the other day. It was 50% off. I paid $2 for this. Heck yeah. So I have in mind that I'm going to make turkey club sandwiches. I'm going to make some homemade tater wedgies. And I want a sweet tater because I've been craving a sweet tater. I went ahead and preheated the oven to 400 this time. I want to be a little impatient. Just wedging up my taters. Let's go wash these dirty taters. I'll toss in olive oil, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika. Toss it around to coat it. Make sure every tater is coated. I'm gonna bake them until they're tender. Getting all the toppings ready. I don't own a toaster. I just don't like them. And so I toast my bread on the stove in a skillet. It's softer that way. And I prefer it. And we'll do 4 at a time. And here is dinner. I have all the fixings for a turkey club. Back there I have the bread. And here's the homemade tater wedgies. And here's dinner tonight. We have homemade turkey clubs and homemade tater wedges. I think it looks pretty good. That's it. Is it good or bad?
Exquisite.
How's my homemade tater wedgies?
Oh. Good food.
Thank you. All right, Brady. Tell me how the turkey club is.
That's so good. This is so good.
Thank you. I have some broccoli here, and I'm just cutting off those hard stems. And when I started cutting the broccoli, I realized, Brooke, you need to wait to cut the broccoli until you do the potatoes, because little broccoli pieces will get stuck to the potatoes and it'll get on your nerves. So I stopped the broccoli and I started slicing up these little red potatoes. I probably used maybe 2 pounds of red potatoes, and I'm just slicing them up kind of thin just so they'll cook alongside of the broccoli really good. Because if you don't slice them up thin, the broccoli is going to get done before the potatoes. So that's why I'm doing the little slices instead of the dices, so it can cook evenly. Now I'm going to take all of my red potatoes and throw them into a bowl, and it's time to give the potatoes a little bit of seasoning, y'all. We gotta season up potatoes or they'll be bland. Throw in some olive oil, onion butter, because hello, it's great. And I decided, look, just dump that in there, take that lid off and dump it, Brooke, because that's the best way to do it. Some garlic powder, because you gotta have that stuff. Smoked paprika, again, because it was the closest to the front of the cabinet. You can use regular, but smoked paprika has a nice little twang to it. It's kind of nice. I'm using the hands that the good Lord gave me to mix up this. And let's face it, y'all, hands are the best mixers. They just are. So I'm going to set these beautiful potatoes aside, and I'm going to get down to that broccoli that I set aside earlier. I'm just going to cut these up in bite-sized pieces. Nothing special, just cutting it up in bite-sized pieces so they can cook pretty easily as well. And it is okay to use frozen in this meal. Use whatever you have access to. It'll be totally fine. Now, I'm going to take my broccoli and potatoes and dump them out on a sheet pan covered in aluminum foil. One side potatoes and the other side broccoli. And you know what I forgot, y'all? I forgot to salt my taters. What even? So, I noticed that right about now. So I end up, well, first, you see here, I'm spraying some olive oil on my broccoli so they don't, get gross and dry. You got to oil them up somehow. And now, this is where I remember to salt my potatoes. I can't believe I forgot that. That is like the key ingredient in any potato, so it won't be bland. But I salted the broccoli, the potatoes. I put a little pepper on both of them. And I'm going to cook these on 375, 10 minutes before we put in the chicken. Yeah. So now we're doing chicken. We're going to put this on a separate sheet pan, because those potatoes and broccoli got to cook about 10 minutes longer than the chicken. So I'm just cutting off all the ick because, lay these chickens on a sheet pan covered in aluminum foil. You're probably thinking, Brooke, that is not enough chicken for 5 people. And you would be correct. Colin didn't want this chicken. He doesn't like ranch. So he asked to have some chicken nuggets. So this chicken is just for me, Dusty, Ryder, and Braden. Now, I use that buttermilk chicken ranch packet. It is divine. I added 2 tablespoons of oil into that, mixed it all together, and we are going to coat both sides of this chicken with that buttermilk ranch mix. Y'all, I don't know what the difference is between this and the regular ranch mix, but this stuff is awesome. It is so good. You can tell by looking at it that it's different. I'm spraying it with a little bit more olive oil because I'm like, you know what? I feel like I need to give it a little bit more oil. It just seems necessary. And after they have cooked for about 20 minutes, I'm going to top it with some cheddar because we are making cheesy buttermilk ranch chicken. Now, the potatoes and broccoli cook for about 25-30 minutes. They are done and looking gorgeous. And there it is. There's our dinner. Broccoli, some cheesy buttermilk ranch chicken, and potatoes. Roasted potatoes. There's Colin's chicken nuggets with his taters. He doesn't eat broccoli. Okay, Bray, tell me how that cheesy buttermilk ranch chicken is.
That's so good.
All right, how about them taters and that broccoli?
That's so good.
Thank you, baby.
Give me chills.
All right, day 3 dinner. We're just going to do some simple pasta. I got some protein pasta, the Barilla brand here. I'm going to use some Easy Onion. This is my last 2 cans of this cheap stuff. And I'm going to use ground turkey. And we're doing this one pot style. My turkey's still a little bit frozen, but it's all right. We can deal with it. Gonna toss in some garlic powder. Italian seasoning. I got my sofrito out. I'm gonna use some of this too. Toss in some easy onion. We're just going to cook this up. And I don't drain my ground turkey when I do this because it cooks right out. I'm also going to toss in some salt and pepper. 2 pinches of salt. 2 pinches of pepper. If you could see past the steam, you know, that would be super cool, you know. But most of that liquid is cooking out. Love it. I'm going to toss in the pasta. What? I know. Crazy, Brooke. And then this is equal to 1 normal jar of pasta sauce. And I'm going to add enough water to this that pasta is covered. I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper to this to make up for the added pasta and sauce. Okay. Next step, I'm going to cover it with a lid and let it slowly come to a simmer, and I'm going to check it all along to make sure that it doesn't stick. I'm going to stir it, and when it gets real thick, it's done. We are using hamburger buns for our garlic bread tonight because that's just how life is going today. I don't have garlic bread, but I have a bunch of buns I need to use. So I have a little bit of butter here. I hope this is enough because I really don't want to open up another stick of butter. I used the rest of the one that was open. So I just added some Italian seasoning, and I'm going in with some garlic powder. And there is a fly in this house, and it is driving me a little nuts. I hope this is enough. I don't want to open another stick of butter right now. I really don't. It's not going to be enough. Oh, dang. Be right back. Going to open another stick of butter. Alright, I'm going to throw these in the oven on 350 so they can get crispy. Toasty, not crispy. These are still stuck together. Boom! Ooh, she's thickening up, and it looks really good. I'm going to let this go for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it done. I removed the lid for the last 5 minutes. And I decided to put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top. Alrighty, I'm calling it done. And over here, our homemade garlic bread is done as well. And here it is in a bowl, and it's looking gorgeous. So saucy, full of protein. I'm here for this. Okay, Buttercup, let's go.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Right.
How do you like my homemade garlic bread today? I use the keto buns. By the way, everybody, we're not on a keto diet. They're just full of fiber and protein. That's why I've been getting them lately. And they're actually really soft, aren't they, Brady? It is this brand, the Better Goods at Walmart. We're not on a keto diet or anything like that. But look at the fiber in that. You're going to need a sweet bell pepper. Now, I'm using what I have in the kitchen. So, I'm using some of those mini sweet bell peppers. And I'm chopping off the tip and cleaning out all of those seeds from the inside. And after I do that, I'm just going to slice these up just like you see me doing here. If you're using one regular sweet bell pepper, just slice it up in strips and it'll work perfect. Red bell pepper is glorious in this if that's what you have. Now, I found this onion that I needed to use. I had a little over half of it left, so I just sliced it up and I threw it into the bowl along with those little sweet bell peppers that I had. Now I'm using sweet apple chicken sausage. This stuff is awesome and it smells and tastes like the fall. It is so delicious and I'm ready for fall. Just cut these up into little coins and you're going to toss it into that bowl with the onions and the sweet bell pepper. Gnocchi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm using the frozen cauliflower gnocchi because I'm trying to sneak some veggies in for Kaka. But you can use regular potato gnocchi if you want to. I would just boil it first before you add it into the bowl. The frozen kind, you don't really have to boil it first. Now I added some garlic powder, onion powder, some salt, olive oil. That's what I did first. A little bit of pepper, onion butter because it's the best seasoning I own right now. I love that stuff. Some parsley, of course, give it a little color. And we're also going to be using some smoked paprika. Now, you can use regular paprika, but the smoked paprika is the one that was closest to me when I was looking in the cabinet. That's why I grabbed it. And it's just for pretty, giving it a little color. So I'm just going to mix this up with my hands because the Lord gave me 2 hands to use, and I'm going to use them. The hands are the best mixer. Now, I just pour this out on a sheet pan covered in some aluminum foil. And I'm going to bake this on 375 for about 30 minutes until the gnocchi has a nice little crisp on it. That gnocchi has to have the crisp or it's not going to be very delicious. Look at it. It's glorious. It's beautiful. That gnocchi has a little crisp on the bottom of it. Perfection, y'all. Perfection. It is so delicious. Dusty called the gnocchi little pillows. And I have never heard anybody refer to gnocchi like that before. But do you see? You see how the smoked sausage has a little bit of a char, and so does the gnocchi. It has a little crisp on the bottom of it. Perfect. So, for some reason, half of the sound of this clip disappeared. But here's the rest of it. You like it a lot?
I like the little pillows.
It's gnocchi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you try any of these recipes, I hope you love them. I will see you next video. Remember, as always, be positive and kind and happy. And I'll see you later, taters. Bye.